Hi, I'm Ellie, and this is your weekly theatre news recap. The show where I take the news, I give you the news, and you say, very tasty. This is the show where we recap this week's West End and UK tour theatre news in the only way I know how, chaotically. This week was actually quite a quiet news week. After the past, 6 weeks that I've just been bombarding with news, just left, right and centre. It's quite nice to just have a chill week with just a couple of news stories, just a few things here and there. So we're going to walk you through it, make sure you didn't miss anything, give you a little pat on the head, and we're going to slay it. But if you want to stay up to date with UK theatre, make sure you hit subscribe because we do these every single week without fail. I'm pretty sure this is 25. So that's exciting. Let's start, as we always do, with our casting news this week. First off, Standing at the Sky's Edge, the exciting transfer from the National Theatre, which this musical, very exciting for a certain reason, because it won Best New Musical at the Olivier's last year. They have finally announced their cast for their transfer, going to the Gideon Lynn Theatre early next year. And they are Elizabeth Adeole as Joy, Joel Harper-Jackson as Harry, Charlene Hector as Grace, Mel Lowe as Connie, Laura Pitt-Pulford as Poppy, and Lauren Redding as Nikki. And returning to the show to reprise their roles are Samuel Jordan as Jimmy, Baker McCassa as George, Alistair Nikhil as Marcus, and Rachel Wooding as Rose, with further casting to be announced. I am intrigued about this musical. I didn't get to see it in the National last year, so I am waiting for it. It seems like a very different style of jukebox musical. I'm so ready for it. Next up, we have the cast for Mousetrap, the longest running West End show. Pretty sure it's 70 years, about to go into its 71st year, which, wow. The next cast to join the Mousetrap are as follows. Rachel Summers as Molly Ralston, Christopher Bonwell as Giles, Joshua Glenster as Christopher Wren, Gay Soper as Mrs. Boyle, Miles Richardson as Major Metcalf, Jessica Temple as Miss Casewell, Sebastian Torquia as Mr. Paravinci, and George Hannigan as Detective Sergeant Trotter. We also have some additional cast members, some understudies, who will be in the description down below. I love a little bit of Mousetrap. It's a show that I'm pretty sure I called it in its 68th year? So close, so close. But, but maybe I'm due another trip back. Maybe I'm due another trip back. Who's to say? And finally, this week in casting news, I said it was a quiet week. We have our West End Mother Superior. Well, the first of two. The one who will be joining for the first leg of the Dominion run next March. And it's Ruth Jones. It's Ruth Jones, everyone! From Gavin and Stacey. What's occurring? Apparently, what's occurring is she's a nun now. She is swapping Barry Island for Blessings as Mother Superior, as this lovely little press release announces. And she will be making her West End debut at the Dominion Theatre. Camp. I love this. I'm kind of here for this. I don't know. I'm kind of here for this. Am I wrong? I'm kind of here for it. But that is all of our casting news. And now let's go on to our extensions and our closures. Now, there are 2 extensions and there's 1 closure to actually be announced this week that wasn't officially announced. The revival of the very exciting Starlight Express, which is heading next June to the Troubadour Wembley Park, has announced 24 hours after tickets went on sale that it will be extended until February 2025. Clearly it's sold very well. I am ready for this. It's going to be fab, and I can't wait. As well as that, a new musical that is at the Kiln, Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York, has also announced that it will be extending until the 20th of January 2024 due to public demand. Very exciting. We love to see it. But the most interesting news this week, a very sad piece of news and a very quiet piece of news, is that Crazy for You has seemingly cut off part of its run. Now, Crazy For You was meant to be playing until the 20th of January 2024. However, quite quietly this week, they took every single date in January off sale, leaving the show running until the 31st of December 2023, meaning that the show is cut off 3 weeks of the run. There was no official announcement of this, there was no press release, but we know that this is happening because tickets have been taken off sale and people who had tickets for January have been contacted to rearrange their dates. This is such a shame because Crazy For You is such a phenomenal show. It's going to be so sad to see it close early. And now let's talk about our transfers and new productions this week. A lot of smaller things this week, but let's talk about them. First off, we are getting the first ever West End chat show coming to London this December. A Spotlight On Live. You may know A Spotlight On, the digital series kind of showing the behind the scenes of theatre as a digital online streaming service. They are doing a live show at London Sondheim Theatre on Sunday the 10th of December, which is being hosted by Carl Mullaney, who has recently all been in La Cage aux Folles at Regent's Park Open Air Theatre, and includes guests such as Derren Brown, famous magician, and currently has a show that he's produced and worked on at the Criterion called Unbelievable. The icon, the legend, the moment, Rachel Tucker, who is currently starring in Sunset Boulevard on Mondays as the alternate to Nicole Scherzinger, and Andy Nyman. We love a little chat show. We love a chat show. We love that. I'm really excited to see what happens with this. Next up, it has been announced that MT Fest, the festival for new musical theatre that happens at both the Turbine Theatre and the Ever Palace, will be returning in 2024, running for a 2-week period from the 30th of January to the 11th of February 2024. And if you are working on a new musical that you want considered for Musical Fest, applications and submissions are open right now. I always love MT Fest and the opportunity for new musicals to kind of get a first start, show themselves off, and I feel like festivals like MT Fest are very, very important, so I'm so glad to see it back. Next up, we have a one-night-only concert, which is being performed at the Savoy Theatre, currently home to Sunset Boulevard, soon to be home to Mean Girls, which everyone's very excited for, and before that, Plaza Suite, can't forget that. Which is featuring 2 very big names. Karim Kamalou and Hadley Fraser will be doing a one-night-only concert titled Live from the Rehearsal Room, which is going to reflect back on their favourite creative experiences, and this will be happening on the 26th of November 2023, with tickets on sale now. Yes, we are past that date that is on the press release. Very interesting. A lot of work for Karim. Karim is doing a lot of concerts at the moment, and we love that for him. We love that. 2 very exciting performers there that I'm very excited for. And now we can talk about 2 new productions that are heading into London. As I said, a very quiet news week this week. We haven't had many new shows. Like previously, they've all been like one-off things or concerts. But these are 2 new musicals. Oh, yeah, 2 new musicals, actually, that are heading into London. The first one is Before After, a new British musical which is about a love story surrounding a couple given a second chance of happiness, and had a previous streamed run at the Southwark Playhouse in 2020. It is returning there to the Borough venue, specifically in their little space, their little studio space, with previews running from the 7th of February and is playing there until the 2nd of March 2024, starring Grace Moat and Jacob Fowler in the 2 roles. We love to see it. 2 very cool actors there. I do love that. I do love that casting. I am hyped for that. But the biggest news story this week, the news that shook the internet, Sheridan's back, baby. A new musical called Opening Night, starring Sheridan Smith. It will be opening at the Gielgud Theatre from March 2024. This musical features songs by Rufus Wainwright and is directed by Ivo van Hove. This is based on John Cassavetes' legendary film Opening Night, which follows a theatre company's preparations to stage a major new play on Broadway. This is running at the Gielgud, as I said, from the 6th of March to the 27th of July 2024, with tickets on sale now. Sheridan Smith is back doing musical theatre. Of course, she was in the West End earlier this year doing a play. What was it called? Valentine. Shirley. It's Shirley. Shirley Valentine. But of course, returning to our roots, a little bit of musical theatre, I think we are all rightfully excited for this. So that is all the news this week. What are you most excited for? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments down below. If you did enjoy this video, please consider hitting like and subscribe. It really helps me out, helps the channel. Here's some links to my videos on screen right now, and a link to my Instagram if you want to drop me a follow over there. But that's it for me today, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!